Hello everyone, my name is Felipe and as you can see we are back for a new video. So welcome everyone. I hope you like the video as well. So let's get started. Before start, actually I'd like to thank everyone who is subscribed to my channel, everyone who shared the channel, because we just got to 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, 1K for me, that's just incredible. We achieved this in not that many months, to be fair. I think half a year, a little bit more than that, to be fair, but still it was really quick. I didn't expect to hit 1K before the end of this year, so thank you so much everyone. Yeah, everyone who likes this video, and yeah, the content I make here, I hope everyone likes this. I always look to bring some tips for you, and yeah, it's not gonna be different this video. And yeah, the support I'd like to thank, especially on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and yeah, the picture you are seeing right now was made by Cryzex, and you can check his Twitter below. But yeah, let's go for the lap. You can see the final time of the lap, and it wasn't great for banker. You can see 6.7. That's horrible. Like, I was doing 6.3 bankers, 6.2, and now the second lap is 6.3, so this is better, but this is not great yet. So now moving to the end of this qualifying, you can see we are gonna start our lap with 1 minute left, just less than 1 minute, and we are P14. So I was thinking, I had my friend and yeah, my engineer for this race, which was Davi, and he was telling me what was the P11 time when I was on the straights, and yeah, I was aiming for P11 because this is so competitive, and I didn't have the like a lot of time to practice. This is not an excuse, but just something I'd like to tell. I didn't have that much time to practice on PC because I've raced Brazil in SRC a day before, so yeah, I was quite used to Brazil, but on Xbox, and that's completely different. But yeah, that's fine. Now moving to the end of my lap, you can see the split there. It's just about a 0.8, which is not what we really want. We want a 0.7, maybe lower, to do a 0.8 final lap, or maybe 0.9 low 0.9. And going to the end of this lap, you can see it's a low 0.1, which puts me P8 at the time. And you can see I am P10, and my only hope is Pablo. I think he beat it actually. So Danny, yeah, he backed out of that, and I am P11. As you can see, Pablo going to the pits. So I will start this race P10 with my team at P3. Did a great job, and Iano also did his PB on the session, which is absolutely crazy. But let's go. Ruben, just ahead of me, disconnected, so that's P9 for us for now. And let's see if we can get a good start and maybe gain some transitions. So 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go. We obviously get a better start than Ruben. He is not in the session. I stay down the inside here because I know I can have a better run going to turn 2 and 3. Here I thought I could go around the outside of Akinchi, but I couldn't, so I'm using a lot of VRS now because I know he will break earlier than I will. And you can see Timon already have damage, so he has damage right now, and it's so important that we can overtake him. But there's a VSC, and yeah, I was behind Akichi, so he just kept position. We were side by side, but I was behind. And it's not good for us because we couldn't extend the gap to the guys on the mediums. Liam, Tone, the guys behind me, which is not what we want. We really want to push especially the first 2 laps to extend the gap to over a second to the guys behind on the mediums, but we couldn't due to the VSC. I think we had a really good pace, especially in the first laps, which was were the laps I really practiced it. I couldn't practice a lot of race. But yeah, let's go into the race again. Now I don't need to use DRS. You can see Akichi fighting ahead and Liam is quite far behind, so I don't need to use DRS at this point. So I use just a little bit there, but it's fine. And moving 2 laps later, you can see Timon already over a second behind the car in front, which I think is Barry, maybe. I think Barry didn't have a good start, and then yeah, we went from P4 to P6 or something. And this is not being good for us because we are not in the DRS of the lead pack, which are completely full of esports drivers. And yeah, there is Yarno, Carton, Longe, Barry, and Louis on the pad, which is really doing a great job at this time. And Ruben, I think, yeah, he's in the lead pack also, so we couldn't keep in the lead pack. It's not because Timon didn't have the pace, it's just because he didn't have front wing. So yeah, he had damage, probably yellow damage, maybe orange, I don't know. So yeah, you can see he can't even keep with Akinchi for now, just 1 lap later, so 1 lap he already lost a second. And he lost the DRS for the car ahead, which is Akinchi. And now Danny Moreno, who started P16, if I'm not mistaken, is already P9 and on the mediums, and he's not far from the guys ahead. You can see Barry 3.2 ahead of me, so we are not that far from the guys ahead, but we are out of DRS, which is crucial, and we are out of the DRS from Akinchi now. So we really need to push this lap to get into it. But you can see here, Danny is so fast. I mean, you already know Danny is so fast, but his race pace is so insane. You can see I did a 9.5, which is not bad for lap 6, but Moreno's on the mediums and he's doing faster laps, so it's so fast. Now I just let him through, there is no point in fighting it, and you can see here he's already in the DRS from Akinchi. And Liam got past Timon to P10 at this point, so Liam's doing a great job also on the mediums. And at this point I was thinking, okay, I need to save your ass, but at the same time keep with Moreno. I know he's so fast, and at this point it's pretty much the crossover on the tires when the medium starts to get better and better, and the soft starts to get worse and worse. But yeah, we are still equal on tires, I think. But you can see a few mistakes. Sorry, we did there, and now Akinchi let Moreno through. Yeah, he went wide, and then Moreno just went on the inside, because probably Akinchi wants to save your ass, and he knows Moreno at this point is faster because he closed the gap so fast. So we are just saving. You saw on the last lap I had 40%, and now I have 70%. So 5 laps later I have 70%. And I was worried about Carton, who was ahead of me, if he would beat lap 14, 13, 15. My plan was to beat lap 14, and luckily he didn't beat this lap. Otherwise I would get held, but that's fine. You can see we just about pitted and we got held, yeah, by a second or a little bit more maybe. It's unlucky because we are in the Williams, and yeah, you can get held in the Williams, it's not just Mercedes. But yeah, it's fine. I lost 1 second and I lost the DRS from Akinchi, but he's on the hards, which is crucial because we need to get closer to him now. If we don't get closer, we really don't have any pace in this race. But yeah, you will see, I'm just getting so close now. like 2 times in 2 corners, and now yeah, the gap is keeping 9 times, so he's doing a really good job on that, on those hard tires. Now it's 8 times and it's going down to 7, so we are comfortably getting the DRS this straight, but he is 8 times ahead, so it's quite far to maybe use a lot of DRS, and there's no need of it. So we just keep behind him, and 1 lap later, lap 16, you can see I didn't even use that much DRS. I used just a little bit to get closer, and then when I realized he was on the right and didn't defend it, I went down the inside. And yeah, I kept the P16 for now, which is second to last, to be fair, but a lot of people will pit yet for the alternative strategy, so we are not in this position. And now we have 70% of VRS, so I thought I was really saving it to use later in the race. And now the guys ahead starts to pit, and 1 lap before Yarno was 4.1 ahead of me, and now he overtook Ruben, so now he is over 4 seconds ahead of me. And Caraton pitted in the end of lap 17, which is really late, and he lost some positions, but he will have really fresh tires in the end, so he can really push whenever everyone is saving. And yeah, this lap the gap is 2.8, and now it's 2.5 to Louis, and now Danny is coming out of the pits, and I thought, okay, just go. If he had a really good pace, he was faster than I was on the mediums, so on the softs he will be like a second faster per lap, even more. So you can see we are really close to the lead pack, so their pace is, we could really match their pace. I'm not saying their pace is bad, but they had to brake earlier than the car ahead, so automatically you lose a few tenths per lap, and yeah, so we could get closer if we had a really good pace, and we could get closer because the gap was 3.5 I think to Louis, and now it's 2.8. And Danny, I managed to stay in the DRS of Danny, which helped us a lot. I could save a little bit on the straight, and now I will keep in his DRS, but I got a warning, which is unlucky. Not unlucky, but yeah, I lost focus there. I was so worried about keeping with Danny, and the gap now is 1.5 to him, and now it's 2 seconds. So we are not getting closer to Danny, but as I said, he is fighting with the guys ahead, which means they are braking earlier on the corners and we can get closer. So the gap went from 3.5 when Navarro exited the pits to 1.2, so by 2 times. I was pushing everything I could. As you can see, I don't have any battery, but by 2 times I didn't get the DRS from Louis. So yeah, a few little mistakes here and there. As you can see, turn 1 I clipped the curb on the inside, and I had a moment on the exit. And now Liam is going for it. I'm not really fighting. I don't have any battery. You can see the lights flashing on the back of his car, so he also doesn't have any battery, but he's on the soft, so he has a better opportunity to get closer to the guys ahead. You can see the car is so understeery also. Something I noticed watching the race later. The car was so understeery, and now Danny Moreno spun, so it's 1 more position for us, but it's a big F for Danny Moreno, because he would definitely win this race. His pace was just insane. But I lost the DRS from Liam, and I believe he got the DRS from the guys ahead, from Louis. So we are just about over a second. You can see how much I'm pushing using every track limit. But yeah, nothing I can really do at this point. Now they are 2 seconds ahead. If I kept with Liam, I could have DRS at this point, and then probably have a better race in the end. But now Akinci goes for it. Nothing to fight here. He has a penalty. It might get removed, so we need to keep within his 1 second. And that's what I'm doing here. You can see the gap. It's just over 9 tenths. So we are really close to lose the DRS, and now we lost it. So we didn't have a good pace. Yeah, we need to practice more. There is no other thing to say, and you can see the chaos ahead. Akinci goes down the inside of Liam. He has really good hard tires now. Even Liam on the softs can't really do anything here, because Akinci was pretty much all the race behind someone, so he has the rest at this point of the race and nothing really doing here. And yeah, let's just watch the fight. And you can see my fuel. I'm using lean everywhere because I underfuel the car, which is not something you really want to do, because if you go 1 lap plus you might not have a good start, but you can get in the end without using lean, which is awful. I'm using lean this whole straight, and yeah, lean is not a good thing to use. You really want to have overfuel the car instead of underfuel, and I didn't do this. So now moving to the end of the second last lap, Dylan is right behind me, and I turned on the overtake too early there. I still have the DRS from them ahead, as they were fighting. They lost a lot of time and I could get closer. But now Dylan is on the softs and he's trying to overtake me. I brake really hard and late there, but we touched slightly. Yeah, I think it's due to lag. You can see his car is going a little bit to the side and yeah, moving on the straight, but it's completely fine. It's raceable, you know, and we could keep the position because we were behind him in the DRS traction. And now Akinci is really going for it, so they are losing time ahead, which is good. We never know if someone will get a penalty, like Akinci will get a penalty removed, or someone ahead will get a penalty and then we can be promoted 1 position. But this is the end of the race. This is P10, as you can see there, but the penalty got removed, so it is gonna be P7, if I'm not mistaken. And P7 from P10, which is, I think, is the worst position you can start. Danny obviously esports driver, so he proved the alternative strategies can be really good. And yeah, I'd like to start P11. If I start P11, I could be in Liam's position and I would be behind someone the whole race probably. Just when the soft run speeds, probably not. But I would use the rest to not lose a lot of time to them and then overtake them easily when I come out of the pits on the softs. But it's fine. We started P10 and that's completely fine. Yeah, Alvaro, my teammate, won that race. Great race for him. Longe finished at P2 and Yano P3, winning the championship. So the true GOAT. And yeah, I'd like to thank everyone who watched my stream on Twitch. The link is right in the description, and if you like this video, make sure to like it, share it, subscribe to the channel. Thank you again for 1K subscribers, and see you next time.